there. I'm so excited that you are joining me today to talk about time management, how to actually get more time in your day, do what you need to, and release the rest. If we have not met before, my name is Stephanie Thayer. I'm so glad you've joined me here on this channel. It would mean the world to me if you could hit that subscribe button and follow along. I add content weekly, and my goal is to help you simplify life and be better and healthier in all the different areas. Okay, let's dig right into it. So, our society, we have this sense of busyness that, for good or bad, we are all busy and people will fill your time. If you aren't purposeful with your time, someone will ask you to do something and it may be great, but it may not be the best use of your time. So I want to teach you a little trick on time management. It's called the 4 Ds. Okay, the first one is do. This is things that only you can do. I'm sorry, you have to take a shower. You have to get yourself dressed. Those are things you have to do. No one else can do it for you, right? Unless you are not physically able, but those are areas that you need to do. You probably have some very unique talents, whether it's in your household, in your friendship groups, in your business, however that may be. So for me, I think about it with my business. Obviously, creative content, only I can do that. Talking to the clients and building relationship, only I can do that, right? So that kind of thing I need to do. So first, what do you need to do? The second one, what can you delegate? What things need to happen, but you don't have to be the one doing it. So, for example, as I got busier in my business, one of the first things I did was get a housekeeper. You guys, I'm great at having fun. I'm a boy mama. I love to play, have fun, have a good time. I'll have you over, but I'm not going to have a spotless house. I do like a clean house. It's just not where my priority is. And so it's a better use of my time to hire someone local, help their business, and then I can spend the time on the things that matter to me, right? So very common, you would see delegation of cleaning, maybe laundry, maybe cooking. This could include people that you are employing. Maybe it's if you have a family, people that you're having them help and pitch in. If it's an employee, having them pitch in. I mean, we all know if you've ever had an executive assistant, that person is worth their weight in gold, right? They know your calendar, they're protective of your time, they know what to bother you with, what not to. Like that person is essential to you functioning, right? And a good one, oh my goodness, right? So, so valuable. We like to hold on to our employees because they really become like family. At least that's how my husband and I function with our businesses. Okay, so first one is do, second one is delegate. Okay, the third D. What can you delay? Maybe it's something that you need to get done, but it doesn't have to happen right now. Maybe you have a push. There's something that needs to happen in this season. And so that has to happen right now. Maybe you have something else that doesn't have to happen right now. I was actually just talking to a friend. They've been planning a ski trip for a year, but she has some really big business goals for year end. And so she decided to delay it. It's not that they're not going to do it. It's just that this month has become so busy for her. And when she looks at her priorities, then she's seeing how to match her time to fit those priorities. Right? Does that make sense? So one is do, two is delete, or sorry, delegate. I gave it away. Three is delay. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. And four is what can you delete? There are many things in our life that we do that are great and beneficial, but they may not align with your goals. And if you are overwhelmed, that creates massive amounts of stress, cortisol raises in your body. It's very hard for you to be functioning well. I always like to say that you in your work time or in your family time, you don't want more than 80% of it structured. You need at least 20% free for creativity or random things that come up. And so if all of your time is scheduled out, you're setting yourself up for very high stress and probably failure, which then that has a trickle effect of you not feeling accomplished, right? It really doesn't serve you. So really, really important. What can you delete? So for example, I love serving. It just makes me feel good. I do a lot of outreach things. I've been on a lot of nonprofit boards. I was actually asked to participate in an amazing nonprofit, amazing. And I had volunteered for the event, and I told them, no, I love it. I will come help you for the particular event next year, but I don't have the bandwidth. I can't serve you well and be on the board. This is not a good use of my time. But there are other things, like I have a nonprofit, there are other things that align with my passion and where I want to serve that I'm very intentional about. So I think it's time for you to make a list of all the things that you do and go through. One, what can only I do? I have to do this. Two, what can I delegate? What can others do? It needs to happen, but I don't necessarily have to be the one to do it. And number three, what can I delay and push to later? And then four, what do I need to delete? And you guys, the deleting is pretty freeing. It's okay to say no to things. Some of us that are recovering people pleasers, that's hard. But once you get into it, it's very, very freeing. So I want to encourage you in that. Now, another thing that I think is very helpful is time blocking. So, for example, you want to work out? I tell people you need to make an appointment with yourself in your calendar. If it's not in here, it's not going to happen. And then if you need to move it, because that happens, you can only do that once in a week or once every 2 weeks. You can move it somewhere else. But beyond that, you need to reevaluate, why is this continuing to get deleted? Because I said it was a priority. It's so easy for us to get distracted. This, your computer notifications, one of the worst distractions, you guys. It's a lie that we can multitask. And I am as ADD as they come. I'm always multitasking. It does not serve you. Studies show it's not effective for you. So I actually put my phone on sleep mode. I compartmentalize. I time block what I'm going to do. It's amazing how much you can get done in 15 minutes. Following up with clients in 15 minutes uninterrupted. It's amazing. So that kind of thing. How can you set up your time to give you more time? And actually, Ed Milet is someone I just really appreciate. If you don't follow him, you should. And he talks about being 3 times more effective in his day. And a lot of it is because of this, because he's very intentional with his time. He's also very successful. Successful people leave clues. Okay, my last recommendation is to have a weekly meeting. I like to do these Sunday afternoon or evening. It can be with just yourself. If it's in the office, if you have a business, some kind of Monday morning, probably. We have a family, so we do it as a family, and we're entrepreneurs. You know, we have a few businesses, and we homeschool. So we have, every week is not the same in our household. That may not be your situation, but we sit down with our kids. We look at what this week looks like, what we have, anything that's unique. Okay, where do you want to fit in going up to the YMCA and going to the pool? Okay, where do you want to fit in working on your woodworking project? Okay, I know that mom and dad are going to have a really busy Monday night. Who's going to do dinner? One of our kids. We actually talk in those meetings with our kids, not every time, but we make 6-month business goals, and our children are aware of them. And they know when we hit those goals, kind of what the financial difference will be. And we do something fun as a family with that initial difference. And we ask them at the time, okay, if this is our goal, this is what it's going to take. So what can you take ownership of as a family to help us get here? And I'll tell you, our teenage boys have a very good understanding of what it takes to run a business and the give and take that is required if you want to grow and develop that, right? Because something else has to give. So I specialize in health, but the reality is health is interconnected with everything in your life. And we live a busy, stressful life. These are the types of things I talk with my clients about all the time. When one area of your life gets healthier, another area will also get healthier. I encourage you to follow me here. I encourage you to reach out. I'd love to be connected to you. I do a free weekly newsletter. I share lots of little snippets on social. So you can find me on any of the major platforms. And I'm just excited that you took the time to join me today. And I hope you have some big success with your 4Ds. I'd love to hear feedback on how it's working for you.